Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Green. 6 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. The Lakers rebound. Pass to Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
It's House outside. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
You've got to keep this guy away from the basket. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets for LeBron.
Westbrook surveying the D. Pass to Harden. And here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Now here's James. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to LeBron. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Here's the floater. It's rebounded by Houston.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Harden right side. Over Caldwell Pope. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Harden's got 5 points so far.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
LeBron drives in, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
You're not going to miss many chances from that range. That's LeBron's wheelhouse there.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Tries a 3. The shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. The pass to McGee. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Now, here's Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Boy, it feels like we're tallying every assist, every point, all part of LeBron's expansive legacy.
Westbrook passes to House. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Tucker with the ball. McGee's there. Tucker can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful. Well, you know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
Now with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. LeBron James third. Fourth, James Harden.
What a threat both of these guys have proven to be, especially over this stretch. Scoring machines.
The first free throw is good. And with Tucker Clark and his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers. But I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
And Jeff Green drops them both.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Caldwell Pope outside. Davis against Green. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 5 points so far.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now, here's Westbrook. Over James. Green breaking loose. Off the left rim and out. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Anthony Davis. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. Averaging about 27 points a game, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Now Davis. James Harden missing on the three. And it's McGee with the jam.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Now Westbrook. And the rejection by James.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Passes it to Davis. McGee. Great positioning on the putback.
And, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Westbrook. LeBron with some nice D.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Lakers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Houston sitting there 4 spots below.
And seeing where the Rockets are, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Russell Westbrook. McGee. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rockets trail by 6. Outside Westbrook. Over James. Rebound the Lakers.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Here's Kuzma. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Boy, Kuzma's such an impressive player, able to dial it in from these in-between spots with relative ease.
For 3, Westbrook drops in the tray. Westbrook's got 9.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Green taking his time here. Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. Over Harden. Tips it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 10 points for JaVale McGee.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Pass to Tucker. Here is House. Jeff Green on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Los Angeles leading by 7. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle,
Take a break.
Creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific. Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee, and Dion Waiters subbed in for Danny Green. And so he hits both.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
There's the pass to Rivers. Now here's Carroll. Kicks to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot up. On deep, McLemore. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see who's led the league in blocks in the second half of the season. The fourth spot held down by Robert Covington. And, of course, Anthony Davis.
And having one of those guys clogging the lane has been like having a brick wall around the hoop. Terrific block numbers after the break.
Clemens, who's guarded by Davis. And the rebound goes to Howard. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers. Kuzma, left side. Passes it to Howard. First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so here is Houston following the basket by Dwight Howard. Raiders against Rivers. Waiters surveying the D. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Ben McLemore.
You know, I think he's just got to be a little smarter around Howard. That guy's, I mean, Howard's pretty crafty at drawing contact on the way up.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
That free throw, no good.
You know, Howard, a physical and muscular, authoritative big guy who intimidates most nights. His physicality, very impressive.
Smith checked in for Davis. Good on the second free throw. A lot of guys like to shoot off the dribble, but Clark, there are some that really are better at it, shooting off that catch in the NBA.
Yeah, and who do you have in mind, Kevin? I got a couple of names that I'm thinking about. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking of Klay Thompson because that backcourt is so prolific, and he's been so great at that. That's kind of been his trademark.
Yeah, it has been. Redick would be another guy.
Yes, another good
that I think that would come to mind. And even though he's later in his career now, but Kyle Korver, one of the very best we've had in the league at shooting off the catch.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Green finds Rivers. Now here's McLemore. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Clemens. That one a little long.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Kicks it to Waiters. Pass to Smith. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bounce pass Howard. Here's Kuzma. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Kuzma's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Rivers. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And so here is Houston following the bucket by the Lakers. McLemore with the ball. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Caruso grabs the miss.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
And Howard with the second chance points.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Robert Covington, also McLemore out there. Jamari Carroll is out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Clemens in at the point. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rivers. Off target with his 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
So it's the Lakers now. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Howard, the pass to Waiters. Clock at 6. Pass to Morris. Over Rivers. Morris, no good. And for Houston, they're shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Rivers kicks to Covington. Nailed from three-point land. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. 22 is their biggest lead. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Here's Caruso. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. In the corner, Smith with it. It's up a 3. That shot, no good. And it's Houston the other way.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Here's Waiters. The Rockets making the shot. Carroll with the rebound. Rockets trail by 17. Here's Clemens. Caruso grabs the miss. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Here's Rivers following the basket by Dwight Howard. Outside, Covington. From outside the arc, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lakers leading by 19. Smith left side. And the pass to Howard. Over McLemore. A nice shot by Howard. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
And any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Some changes for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Waiters. And it's LeBron in for Alex Caruso. Houston with a big group substitution here. Now, here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Smith. And here is James. Passes to Howard. Pope loose. Now Westbrook. Here is House. Pass to Tucker. Here's Covington. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris. Lakers leading by 21. LeBron outside. Now here is Howard. 9 points in the game so far. James with it. Over Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Howard, that's good. Howard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
To end the drought, Westbrook with the bucket.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
To the paint, here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell-Pope. Love seeing that.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
Now LeBron, after Westbrook's missed 3. LeBron with the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Westbrook passes to House. And here's Westbrook. He's got 11. Pass to House. Outside Westbrook. Houston moving it around. Harden outside. Caldwell-Pope with some nice D.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And here's Westbrook. Following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He tries for 3. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Howard.
And you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
And the rejection by Harden. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Westbrook against Caldwell Pope. Westbrook with the nice D there.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
Covington kicks to Westbrook. There's the three. Houston now working with the new shot clock. House the pass to Westbrook. Harden outside. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Harden's got 8 points.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And, Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
That free throw good from Harden. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contribution, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolade.
That one goes in, and that's now 11 points for Anthony Davis.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here is House. And Westbrook, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
The kick out to Westbrook. Out to the wing. Green left side. Back to Westbrook. They get it back. Tucker. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Outside, Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got his first 2 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Westbrook. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's checked in. That's good from Westbrook.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's James. 12 points for him. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. And he gets it to go. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Now here's James. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Kuzma kicks to James. And there's the pass to Davis. Beyond the arc. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And 12 points for JaVale McGee.
Boy, this is a night to remember for McGee. A force on the floor. You cannot overstate what a presence he's been tonight.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night. Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
.11 left now here in the second. And the rejection by James.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, excellent shot block.
Davis in the corner. That doesn't go either for Davis.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumping.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Waiters, he's checked in for James. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And yes, it's good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now here's Waiters. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And here's Green outside, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what did you guys do to get the lead?
We're just trying to play good defense. It's tough down there, you know, but we're doing a good job of making them just shoot one shot and get out and run.
We'll see if we can keep that going in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, a recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is over.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Davis, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. That's the Laker 5.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Harden right side. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 15 points.
And Harden's three-point accuracy is lethal. I mean, he gets his shot off with such ease and quickness.
Outside, Davis. He kicks to Caldwell-Pope. A shot off that time, so Houston will take it the other way. And that one's good. House has got his first basket of the night.
Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
So here's Westbrook. 19 points in the game.
It energizes everybody when LeBron is locked in like this on the defensive end.
Caldwell-Pope on the wing. James dishes to Caldwell-Pope. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 4. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Now here's Westbrook trying his luck from deep. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Looking to end the run. The 3 from Harden. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Green passes to Caldwell-Pope. And they double up James. Back to Caldwell-Pope. It's Davis on the wing. Outside, Green fires from deep. But they recover it. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, LeBron. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. LeBron's got 15 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Timeout called, the Rockets. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Quick look at the numbers for Covington. 14th in steals, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Now, here's Westbrook. 19 points in the game. Yep, that one goes in there. Westbrook's got 21.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Unloads from 13, and Davis gets it to go on the assist from Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight. Rockets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Outside Westbrook. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. 4th, James Harden.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Smith comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. And a change for the Rockets. Rivers checked in. That one misses. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the final. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Here is House. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Now here's LeBron. Loads it up for Davis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Now, here's Westbrook. 22 points for him. Changes up. And it's good on the way in. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Smith, and another basket for the Lakers.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Now here's Westbrook. 24 points for him, and it's Westbrook again missing. Down low, here's Davis. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Davis has got 19 points.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
For three, Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing. Los Angeles has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Morris lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rocket shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Westbrook can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
The free throw drops for Smith.
Well, I love the confidence that JR shoots the ball with, and on occasion now, he can shoot you in or out of games when he falls in love with that three.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Waiters comes in for Alex Caruso. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Rockets shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Covington kicks to McLemore. Pass to Clemens. It's Rivers on the wing. The Rockets again can't hit. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by McLemore. And it's Houston's ball. The pass to Clemens. Back to Rivers. To stop the run, and he sinks the layup. Here's LeBron, 17 points in the game. You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Covington. He has 5. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Rivers. Fires the 3. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
And let's check out stats for James. He's been dominant over the last month. He's right around 29 points a night, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap.
And it's Davis missing. Rivers passes to Clemens. Steps back and fires. And the shot is long.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for Houston. Green's checked in. Here's Smith. He's got 6. Passes it to LeBron. Can he keep it going? It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop LeBron. I mean, he's strong, and when he gets up ahead of steam, he's a freight train.
Now here's Rivers. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Clemens. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
That one falls. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now, here is Smith. Back to James. Out to Smith. Shoots the 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. These are the guys you want on the wing when your team needs a 3. In the second half of the season, they're the top small forwards in the NBA from beyond the arc. Ben McLemore on top.
He is a sharpshooter, guys. I mean, no doubt about that. Just who you want roaming on the wing and waiting for the defense to fall asleep.
Well, you know what? The way he's been rolling from the three-point line, you can't go to sleep on him. And any defense that does needs to be reprimanded.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
So it's the Rockets now after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Carroll. The Rockets with another miss. Los Angeles has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Raiders against Rivers. Now here's Waiters. He's tightly guarded.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And, you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
First one falls for him. Some changes for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Green in for James. And a switch here also for Houston. James Harden. He's checked in for Rivers. And both free throws good for Waiters.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Here's Harden, and it's sent back by Howard. Fast break, the Lakers. And that one drops. 10 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
KCP is a guy who can pull up from 3 just as easily as take it to the cup. He's a tough cover in transition.
It's Harden with the drive, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
James Harden at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Harden. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
And he sinks the second. Waiters outside. The pass to Kuzma. And no good. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. Right back after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston. Green is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's Mbah a Moute. Then it's McLemore. And it's Clemens in at the 1. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
A decent passer, Mbah a Moute knows how to get the ball to his teammates.
Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Here's McLemore. Count it. McLemore's got 5 points in the quarter.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now here's Waiters. It's rebounded by Houston. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out left to the wing. Over Caldwell Pope. Again, the Rockets score.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Waiters right side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Ben McLemore.
Dion Waiters.
Free throw, good. Waiters. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available, and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Dion Waiters. That's good from McGee.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Pass to McLemore. And Mbamute with it. Chandler outside. Here's Clemens. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. The Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. At the top of the key, Cook. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Here is Cook following the score by Houston. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Here is Cook. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Chalk up 2 there. Here's Caruso. Passes to Morris. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Caruso, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. That one, no good.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Here is Cook. Caldwell Pope outside. Drills it from outside. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Here's Clemens. Pass to Mbamute. Stolen by McGee. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Good on the bucket.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Knocked away. And here we go with Cook heading to the hoop. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Caboclo, he's checked in for the Rockets. Free throw off from Cook. The last couple years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Clemens. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And it's the Lakers on the break.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Caldwell Pope at the line for two.
Two.
That free throw missing.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
The Rockets making a switch here. Rivers checked in. And the second free throw, good. And for Houston, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Morris with the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Here's McLemore. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in. Chandler finds Bamute. 6 on the shot clock. Now the pass to Caboclo. Trying to get something going. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Shoots from 12. And that one hits back iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And finished off by McLemore.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Oh, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Morris with the bucket.
Worked that one inside nicely.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Lakers, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And some changes here for the Lakers. Jared Dudley's checked in for Morris. And it's Waiters in for Alex Caruso. He hits the second from the line.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Rivers. Teardrop shot, and it's sent back by Howard. And here we go with Waiters, running it up the court. Makes it off the glass. Waiters got 9 points here in the second half.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Caboclo. Buries it down low.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Now here's Waiters. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Waiters. Over McLemore. Waiters no luck. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Rivers passes to Mbah a Moute. Rivers with it. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Chandler kicks to Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. A fader. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And here is Waiters. Now Howard. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Passes it to Howard. .135 left in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Smith checked in for Caldwell Pope. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Rivers. And here's Mbah a Moute. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed. So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And tonight's win will put them up 2-1 in what has become a really intense season series, giving them a tentative edge here with one still left to be played against Houston.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, you know, before we started the game, you know, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. You know, we were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, you know, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.